lost limbs go back on duty. We have wounded warrior programs throughout the country now at Moncrief Hospital, at Fort Jackson that I represent. And so I actually am very proud of our military, and in fact the chairman of the Armed Services Committee, a Democrat, Ike Skelton of Missouri, has said that we have the best counterinsurgency force in history. And this gives confidence to the people of Afghanistan that they can stop those bombings. And to me, it's very clear that we either stop the bombings in Afghanistan or we will continue to see a potential for attacks, whether it be at Times Square or whether it be over Detroit. And so I would much prefer that the young people, the new greatest generation that we have, fight the terrorists overseas, not in the continental United States.
Joe sends this message by Twitter. How can the Pentagon possibly not have a count of the number of Afghans killed? If they don't, why not?
And I would refer you to the Pentagon. I'll be glad to look into that. That's a legitimate concern. And I do know this. Just this week, of course, we had an improvised explosive device which killed a governor of a province or a district in Afghanistan. I'm confident that we do keep count of the acts of terrorism, barbarism that the terrorists are conducting against the people, the Taliban and Al-Qaeda against the people of Afghanistan. And it's not just there. We know that the Taliban have attacked mosques within Pakistan. We know the terrorists attacked Mumbai. And so it's not just attacks on Americans. These extremists and Islamic extremists will kill people whoever they are, wherever they are. I was in Amman, Jordan, and a month later, the hotel next to me was blown up. I was at the Marriott in Islamabad, Pakistan, and just a couple of months later, the Marriott hotel was blown up. I had breakfast with Benazir Bhutto a month and a day at her home in Islamabad before she was assassinated. So we're dealing with people who are, it's not just America. They're going after all people who want peace and security in the world.
Next telephone call for Congressman Wilson is from St. Mary's, Maryland. Ann, Democrats line. Good morning, Ann.
Yes, good morning, C-SPAN. Good morning, Representative Wilson.
Good morning.
I agree with you, and here's what I don't understand. In testimony before Congress, both the Senate and the House, in Homeland Security, and International Relations, and Banking, and Foreign Relations, and from the CIA, from the FBI, time and time again, they have testified that the Islamic terrorist financing is coming from countries such as Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates countries. So what I don't understand and have never figured out is why don't we insist that the Islamic Arab countries send troops and that we go after the terrorism financing, because of all the countries in the world that the Islamic Arabs have gone into, such as Somalia, Yemen, so forth, Sudan. These countries have the most to lose because they will be the first countries that will have to, be overthrown. And I would really appreciate an answer. It's 9 years after the attacks of 9/11. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And thank you. And you are very perceptive. And obviously, it's the financing of terrorism that just simply doesn't make sense from the Persian Gulf states, from Saudi Arabia. When I visit Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, UAE, I'm very grateful. I represent Hilton Head Island. I tell people that these countries look like Hilton Head Island on steroids. People these are Arab populations, do want to live in the 21st century. And in fact, you are absolutely right. Osama bin Laden's first target is the royal family of Saudi Arabia. And so we should expect more from them in working to stop the financing of terrorism. What is frustrating on my visits there, everywhere you go, you see Islamic charities. And the vast majority of these Islamic charities are indeed working to help